Hey everybody, it's Sal and Larry with Gun Barrel Coffee.
Hey
Doing it.
guys!
We're doing it again, live but not live.
We're live but not live.
Right, because we're at Swedish Days at the time of this recording.
Not, at the time of this recording, we're here.
Yes, so we're here now, but not now.
But not now.
But not now.
Like now and later.
But now, but later. I guess. Take five.
Take five.
So we'll be at Swedish Days. Well, if you're watching this, Saturday to Sunday at Geneva by the American Legion. That's where we'll be at, selling coffee, slinging coffee. That way, you can swing by and have yourself a beer and a coffee, maybe a beer coffee cocktail.
Yeah.
Cocktail.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And hopefully the inside will be serving some hard liquor.
Nope.
No.
No, they were told no.
They were told no.
Right. Not until we get the bar going downstairs.
Jeez. Way to tell some vets you can't have something.
Well, beer gets you there quicker or liquor gets you there quicker?
Liquor.
I don't know.
Liquor gets you quicker.
Beer gets you weirder. I don't know.
Weirder, maybe.
So we're just going to do a really short, maybe about 15 minutes. He's got to leave soon, and I got to have him help me load up. There's a lot of crap to load up for Wednesday to get everything set up. But as you know, Larry will be here at the shop, but by the time you get this, he won't be because it'll be Sunday. What else? Last week's event was good.
Where were you at last week?
All night flea market in Belvedere.
That's right.
It was a really good show. Lots of people. But around, I would say 9:30, it started getting really cool out there. It's getting like, holy crap, it's cold.
Well, that's out in the country too.
Yeah, it's surprisingly Belvedere, but it was cool all over the place. So it was nice. It was nice being hot. And then, we ran out of water and cups, and so we had to go out and
they're dehydrating.
No, this is for coffee.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I like to.
We brought 15 waters with us and gallon jugs, so 15 gallons of coffee we went through, and a show that from 3 to midnight. Of course, that last hour and a half, we only went through one pot the whole time. We were just going after pot, cups and cups. We brought 1,000 cups. It was just surprisingly how many people are coming by, And, some people are like, well, if I buy this bag, will you fill my cup up?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No problem. We'll do that. I mean, what is it? Big deal.
It's a sample, right?
Yeah. We'll fill, if you bought it, and we'll fill your cup up because
right.
You're buying a bag of coffee from us. The Tank Reaper and the Death Stalker did really well. So a lot of people were buying that one. Yes, it's $18 for that one. So what we were doing is we raised our prices, as everybody knows, because everything else is getting raised up. So we're doing 2 for $27. But if you bought a Tank Reaper or a Death Stalker with the regular coffee, we're doing 2 for $30. So, those are our show specials, we call it. Do we do it online? No, not yet. I don't know if we're going to do that. But everything, people are still ordering from us. Thank you, everybody who's been ordering or coming down to the shop. Thanks to everybody that comes down to Swedish Days and sees us there. I guess you should really look at the camera instead of looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Because you ever see people like in the news, they're like looking at the camera while they're talking to people. They're like, and so what do you think about this discretion of...
That's true. We should be looking at the camera.
Yeah. Instead of looking over here.
I'm always looking over.
So I know.
It's like we're looking at seeing what people are writing, but
there's nobody to see.
Nobody's writing anything. You should tell everybody though about the microphones, man.
Oh yeah. So every time we turn it off, and like a day or two later, the microphone turns on. It's like, what did NSA listening to what we're doing here in the shop, and then they're going to hear nothing more than coffee roasting and
guys bullshitting.
Yeah, and people upstairs fixing that up there. So
I might come inside here if it's on again and just do a little toot.
You could. This mic will pick up a lot of stuff from that area.
Oh,
really?
They
could probably hear what's going on the show we're watching, which we forgot to pause it.
We did.
Yeah. And plus, anybody who came by last Saturday, yes, the shop was closed due to people upstairs putting some sort of a stain or whatever it was upstairs that just made this place stink. All right, so we had to close down the shop on Saturday. You couldn't even be in here for even 5 minutes without gagging, like trying to catch your breath. It was that bad. And then you go upstairs and you see the people up there wearing, masks,
Thanks
special
for telling
filters.
you.
Yeah, thanks for telling me about it. I was a little perturbed that day.
He was.
But, then he was going to come here on Sunday and show the, take a look around. But I told him not to bother.
Yep.
Then, as everybody knows, what else has been going on?
It's kind of interesting. I read some really interesting article. I think we talked about it briefly though, but the Army is extending their recruiters.
Correct. They're extending the recruiters. We talked about that last week.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
That's interesting.
He's getting old.
He's old gamers.
Yeah.
But you know what? We could talk about the fact that all these people getting ready to vote around the area, because the elections coming up for
June 28th,
counties and cities.
Yeah. So I'm not going to tell you how to vote. You vote the way you want to vote.
That's right.
Each district has their own thing. If you still like having crappy cities and stuff like that, go ahead and vote blue. But if you want big changes, I say go with the red and hopefully get a red wave going.
Yeah.
There's some good red candidates going around on different congresses around the state, right?
Well, hopefully there's a movement to push, Illinois into the red. I really hope that happens.
It'd be nice to see Illinois go red, especially with the governor. Now, which governor? I really don't know. Like all politicians, they're all dirty. So I still don't know who I'm going to vote for as a governor, either Bailey or Ivan, the Army.
Irwin,
yeah.
But he's going Democrat, isn't he?
No. He's a Republican.
Oh, that's right.
He's voting as a Republican.
I'll probably go with Bailey.
I'm not sure yet. I probably won't make my final decision until that day. Let's see. You got Catalina for this area here, but not for the area in Geneva that I'm in. So I don't really know who.
One of our counterparts at the VFW was actually talking about that, how the
gerrymandering,
the whole district thing for the U.S. senators, the U.S. congressman, senator,
yeah,
and then for the state,
it all got changed.
It all got changed, and Geneva got really screwed because there's sections of Geneva that are,
the east side of Geneva is in another district, and then the west side is in the 11th.
Right.
So I think I'm in the 9th or 10th. Not sure. You got people upstairs working, smoking and joking. They haven't put the wall up yet. Hopefully soon.
The wall.
Yes. The walls are useful. As you see by latest reports from CBP.
What's that?
Border Patrol.
Oh.
With the highest ranking right now ever letting people in, which even if you look what happened down in Texas, a county there or a section down there that was blue for over 100 years went red.
Yeah, I saw that.
To a first Mexican-born congresswoman.
Yep.
So it tells you what the areas are changing now these days. I think they're just kind of sick of these open borders and high prices and a president that can't really ride a bike so well. I thought it was kind of funny because the one thing Trump said, he goes, well, if I'm elected president, I make sure I will not ride a bike. I thought that was funny.
I saw that video.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. But it still hasn't said if he's running or not. We'll see. I think we'll see who runs for the for the highest office in the nation.
Well, what was that in the news about? Something about the gas.
Well, he's talking about taking off the gas tax nationwide, which is 18 cents. Is 18 cents really going to do much? No, it's going to hurt the government more by taking away that 18-cent tax. The best way of bringing gas prices down is opening up the pipelines. And because even though they said, well, there's 9,000 federal land leases, but all those federal land leases that they can drill on might not be oil, right? So the company will have to go there, do their research, and I guess survey the area, right? And then they have to see if there's going to be oil down there. I'm sorry, not gas, oil in that area. So, but not all those areas are. I mean, really no reason to be going to Saudi and begging them to open up their pipelines a little bit more while we can do it. I mean, Pennsylvania has enough natural oil to last at least 100 years. They say, I don't know. Let's say 50 to 100 years. That's just in Pennsylvania.
There's definitely oil here in the continental United States that can be utilized.
Well, yeah, there's shell oil. A lot of it in the problem with shell oil, you have to get it out of the rock, right? And then all those, if they bring more foreign oil in, the plants that are taking the oil and converting it have to switch over due to the chemical complex of the oils, right?
Right.
So it could be higher in sulfur, lower in sulfur. So they have to do switching of plants.
You're smarter than I am on that one.
Just a little bit. I know enough to be dangerous. And everybody knows that, yes, the dog and pony show at the Congress hearing for what they call the January 6th insurrection. Yeah, that thing. It's just a dog and pony show because there's really the two Republicans that are on there are pretty much rhinos. They are rhinos. So like the other two Republicans that they kicked out of there would at least, it's like having a jury with no defense attorney.
Right.
It's just, all offensive, which anybody who sees anything can see right through the dog and pony shows.
And it's everything. If you notice, all this stuff always like look at the Johnny Depp case. That was publicized. All this, and when people were asking, oh hey, where's Hunter Biden's laptop? Blah blah blah, and then next thing you know, that case comes on TV. Yeah. And now they're doing this whole thing with Trump, man. It's like, are you serious? Well, they want to hide things, from the average American person.
Well, it's like, look what the left hand's doing, but don't pay attention to the right hand.
Right.
Look at the left, not the right. Yep. So that's why I call it a dog and pony show. Like they said, if you want a friend in politics, get yourself a dog, because even your own friends in politics will turn on you just to,
That's right.
Turn.
You hear that?
Okay, if you're not a dog, get a cat. I don't know, either one.
Yeah,
get a bird.
I mean, who knows? Yeah, you might not be a dog person.
It might not be. You can get a bird,
or a fish,
a cat, fish. You can
tell them earthworm.
You can tell a fish a lot of things, and they'll forget in 3 seconds.
What about pet rock? Well, probably the best one that won't bite on you.
Well, unless it's pet rock from Russia or China, they might have a microphone inside there.
That's true.
So,
is China listening in? Is Russia listening in?
Yeah. He's speaking to the mic that's not even turned on.
Right. That's why I was trying to see.
They probably are listening because we're such a high volume show.
Yes. Very important political persons.
So you take the army of the North and the army of the South and you move them west.
That's right.
There you go. We just told a military secret.
I did. Shit. We just got tagged.
Yeah, I heard the ding. What else? Anything else on the news feeds?
It was talking about, I really don't care much about the Democratic National Committee, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But Let's see.
Well, they did say that
Oh wow,
a male that cannot.
Sonny Hostin.
Oh, hold on, that was
So
my phone.
Sonny Hostin, she's from that The View, I think,
Yeah.
show. She blames the GOP for Biden admin's failures on inflation and shortages.
Well,
No,
of course,
which of course,
they're gonna blame
everybody listens to everybody on The View.
Yeah. The other thing is too, what the NCAA just said: no more transgender on the girls' teams unless you changed over before puberty.
Right.
So, which because when the girls are competing against a guy that's transferred over when he was a senior in college or whatever, or senior or junior or whatever, you still have the hormones and testosterones to outcompete everybody, and it's not really fair to the female sports of equality, because now there are females that play football, which is fine, but they don't have to take testosterones to play.
Right.
They just go on the team. But I don't know if that's really kind of fair or not. But all women's sports should be just women doing that for competition, especially if you're looking to get, not grants. What are they called?
Oh, like scholarships.
Scholarships, yeah. Right? Scholarships.
Well, it's so crazy, that today, with the high schooler that's going through the scholarship stuff, it's very, very difficult to get into a school that is not COVID, requirements and stuff like that. Number two, the scholarships, now that one of the coaches was telling us about how the scholarships are broken down to like to fit all the categories of all these people, no longer men and women. Now you got scholarships going towards transgender and all this kind of other stuff, and it's like there's only two sexes out there. Just I don't know.
Yeah, there's two sexes. If you want to be trans, gay, lesbian, whatever LGBTQ plus thing, fine. Be who you are. That's great. Don't need it really shoved down my throat the whole time. I didn't care while I was in the military. You knew people who were gay and lesbians. I didn't care. Didn't care when I was a civilian. Hey, great. That's what you like. That's fine.
What the hell's a ghost gun?
The ghost guns are guns that are made the 80%ers with no registration.
Wow.
I think they're talking about a new red flag law. So the problem with red flag laws, if you have a neighbor that doesn't really like you, it'd be easy enough for them to call. But
what about that whole thing about them trying to turn the Roe versus Wade?
I don't know. I thought there was supposed to be a decision today, but I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, they're still protesting in different areas. I guess you could say I'm pro-life. The only thing I would say that if it's rape or incest, then you should have, you want it removed from rape or incest. That's great, but just you paid the piper. You're having unprotected sex or whatever. If you always want to, you can always cry rape. Doesn't always work. I'm not saying it doesn't always work, but just to get rid of a baby, I'm just more pro-life than
which I understand,
right? But under pro-life, there are some conditions like rape and incest that
like a medical
complication, yes, that should be the care of for the mother.
And if we look at it this way too, I mean, here's another way to look at it too, is that you don't want to have Big Brother being the responsible for that decision. Roe versus Wade is the federal side of it, but you want to make
legalized,
right. And but I mean, here's the other thing. You got to think about it this way. So everybody that pays taxes, all you people that pay taxes, you know, think about that.
Well, it's just not that. I mean,
It's not just that. No.
It's like the bill. Like some states got rid of their clinics, right, because of whatever law they passed.
Right.
But still, there should, for medical incest and rape, if you have to abort the child, then that's a different story. But aborting a child that's already been a couple months in there is kind of ridiculous. Or you give birth and break the neck, however they do it. I don't know. We're not living in barbaric times.
Well, that the whole. I mean, that's a traumatic event for the mother to go through and father, but it's
well, there's like miscarriages, that could a lot of miscarriages, or even married people, death of a child is very hard on people, right? And I mean, to me, what do I believe is conception of life? Is it 15 days? Is it a heartbeat?
Yeah.
It just.
Well, that's like there's people out there. I mean, they bring up this part too, where now that we're in the 21st century, when you find out you're pregnant, you can have these tests done well within that week, those weeks period where you can have an abortion, but that can tell you if your child's been born like with any type of illnesses or diseases,
right,
malformations,
right,
and
I think something like that could be looked upon too, because yes, it's hard work to take care of a child, but it's your child. I guess see now you got into the point where you could say, my body, my choice. Then, but so would that be a medical thing or a lifestyle thing?
Well,
so that would for like, let's say a child who's gonna
have severe autism.
Well, you know what? Can they really test for that in the womb?
Oh yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, they can test for that kind of stuff. I mean,
they can test for Down syndrome.
Like Down syndrome.
Right.
I think they can test for like certain types of autism, but not all of them. But
there's a lot of autism kids too that are there's some that are functional and some that are
super geniuses.
I'm not gonna say non-functional, non-verbal, or or stuff like that.
But I think that's a lifestyle thing, for those parents that don't want to have that. I mean, it's like, I say that because I have a grandson that is special needs and very intelligent young man. He's 10, and very intelligent, and
but if your son or daughter that had the grandchild had the test done,
she did.
Yeah, and she still had it.
And she still had them. Yeah. She's like, that was my responsibility.
Right.
Which I get, and I get it, and like she said, she's like, it becomes, and she's stressed at times. She's 32 years old, and, and she has mentioned a few times where it is stressful,
right?
Being out to eat, and if he throws a fit or whatever, but, or has a complication, and people look and stare, and so it does come down to that lifestyle part, that you're going to have to adjust to and change to, So, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's a touchy subject.
It is.
However you feel about it is how you feel about it. I'm probably going to end it with that. The other thing it was funny because we went out to breakfast for Father's Day. So my two kids, two good-looking girls, but then there's this little boy, maybe less than a year old, maybe about 8 months, and it was so funny because all these people are staring at the kid, going, and the girls go, "Well, why don't anybody do that to us?" I'm like, "Because you're grown up now. You're 8 and 6. You're not a baby anymore. you're done.
Yep, that
You
that
know?
cute age is gone.
Yes,
for
the
now.
cute age is gone. I mean, they're still cute. They're still very. Uh, uh, I would, my first one. She's very not sensitive, but if you say something to her wrong, she'll break down. The second one's more of my tough one.
Mhm.
She's my brute.
It's funny that
But I got to teach them how to really how to defend themselves better. I got to bring them some classes, but I really do not care for the current martial arts like karate or taekwondo or tang soo do. Um, I feel more like I need to put them into Krav Maga.
Krav Maga would be
Yes.
definitely one.
But there's like an age requirement of 14, which I'd like to get them in there sooner so they can learn
You
faster.
can do jujitsu right now, and
Yeah, but see, I hate the whole thing because a lot of those places want you to get a belt. And it seems like it's always about the belt. Go get a belt, the next belt, the next
Yeah.
belt. Pay this, pay this. No, I want my kids to learn. I don't care. I don't care about the belt system. I remember taking martial arts, and great. That's why I'd like when I did studied kung fu with
love kung fu.
and my one teacher back in the day. There really was no belt system, so we just learned, and I really enjoyed that. I didn't have to worry about belts. You just kept on going. You just go there every week,
Yep.
2 times a week, and learn. It wasn't about, okay, now you need to learn this belt. You're going to get to your next belt. I don't care about the belt. I really just want to learn how to defend myself and do what I have to do.
That's like what Mr. Miyagi said. It a belt is nothing but to hold up your pants.
And hold up your pants. Yes.
So your pants don't
JC
fall
Penney,
down.
$2.99.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree with you 100%. I remember taking kung fu a long time ago in high school. And I was a wrestler. And
I wrestled too. Did wrestling, track, football.
Kung fu was so it was a great opportunity to explore yourself.
It was. Don't get me wrong. When we studied earlier, I took karate with Mr. Kim in Geneva. Great teacher. Became super flexible, but I've always been pretty flexible. Loved doing it, but I just didn't care much for the belt system, so I kind of got out of that. And then years later, went into kung fu. I loved learning that because we also learned a little bit about Tai Chi. So if you want to do Tai Chi, go do Tai Chi, which I thought it was just great. So what I'd like to learn, but they don't have around here, is Jitsundo.
Oh yeah,
Bruce
Lee's
right.
stuff. Yeah,
style. That'd be pretty good. But jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Remember grappling.
Yeah.
It's
always really helpful to learn that kind of stuff because we're on the ground. You'd learn how to fight on the ground or defend yourself on the ground.
And it's a good precursor to Krav Maga. It's a good precursor to Kung Fu. I mean, I think you can get your daughters into that now.
Yeah, I think I can. I have to look. It's always funny seeing little tigers. Okay, little tigers. I don't. I want them to learn more to defend themselves. For one, they are going to be women one day, and I want them to learn how to defend themselves in case anything ever happens or somebody puts their hands on them that shouldn't.
Yep.
So either one of them be able to help each other or defend themselves in a situation without using. Hopefully, when they grow up, they'd be able to learn how to shoot better too. But Olivia is a really good shot. Surprisingly, she can. She's learned how to hit the targets.
That's good. Keep that going.
Yeah, but Gracie is a little too small still. Her hands doesn't reach as far. So probably another year or two, she'll be at right there too. Because women are usually better shots than men. They have better hand-eye coordination control.
Yep.
Even in the military, most women will outshoot guys. It's unbelievable.
I've seen some damn good fighters.
Yeah, I've seen. I had a basic training I just couldn't believe how much better some of the women were at shooting than guys were. And some of us have been shooting since we were, older or, younger, shooting with our fathers. And then some of them never shot a gun and could shoot really well. It's surprising.
Yeah. I think the benefits that your daughters have right now over a lot of, other girls out there is that, the fact that dad wants to make sure that they are trained well enough to protect themselves, and to find that ability to search inside themselves of, okay, this is what I need to do versus this is what I need to do.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to listen to something. Had a situation at the house, so. All right, so hey, it's been about 30 minutes. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you guys hopefully the week after on a live broadcast.
Yes. Should.
Yeah, should.
We should get Chase in here one of these days.
Who?
Chase.
Yes, we need to get Chase in here, but he's a very busy person with the farming stuff. He's if you don't, Chase is one of our. They own. Oh, I can never say the last name right.
Basic Farms.
Basic.
Yep.
Basic Farms out in Elgin, right off of Route 20, heading west. Yep. Is it Plank Road?
Plank Road.
Yeah, Plank Road. They have a great selection of meat out there. Coffee. They have Core Spice. I believe Red Glare is there, I think. Mike's Beef Jerky, I believe. And yes, and we have and another place that does it is Kendall's Meat Market out in Kendall County in Yorkville. Check them out. Good selection of meats too there, and meats and fishes. And
then also, if you don't mind, in another week we'll be I had that conversation with
Woodman's
with the Circo distribution.
Yes,
to get us in all the Woodman stores.
Yes, because we've been having people asking us, we're going to be in Schaumburg, we're going to be in Bloomingdale, if we're going to be, so we'll get there soon. So you get your coffee at the Woodman's. Don't know, we'll be able to go every place and do samplings there because they have 24 locations.
Yes.
Yeah, 24 locations
over several states.
Yes. But if check out Woodman's, we're in North Aurora and Carpentersville. We're at Gat Guns, Article 2, Fox Valley Shooting Range, Range 355, countless other ones. If you want to see where we're at, where you can buy, check out our website, www.gunbarrelcoffee.com. And it says where to buy. Geneva Ace Hardware. If we're not open on Sunday, go there, or we're closed at 5 and you need coffee, you can always go to Ace Hardware or any of the other local places that where to buy.
That's right.
So, hey, thanks everybody. Keep your head on a swivel. Thank you.
Thank you for enjoying tonight's news.
That's the way it was.
The way it is.
The way it was. Isn't that how Walter Cronkite did it?
The way it was.
The way it was.
And I think. He would say good evening too. Wait, right? That was that what he?
Good evening. No, that was Count Dracula.
Good evening.
So to you, we say good evening.